guys seen the title of this live, you should really click it and look at it because we're in for something today. You finally shifted. I did. Bro, let me tell you all about this. Okay, hold on. I've been trying to shift realities for a long time now. For a long time, I mean like 2 weeks so far. And I finally did it, and I'm gonna tell you guys my experience. It's not a good one. It starts off really good, but it actually ends really sad. Let's get into it. After I shifted and I woke up, I wrote a dream journal about it like 18 hours later. I'm about to read to you guys the dream journal about what happened when I shifted. Monday, November 16th, 2020, I wrote, I'm writing this approximately 18 hours after it happened, but I woke up from the best dream I ever had. I wish I wrote about it the minute I woke up, but at the time, I didn't think it would be so significant. I didn't think the experience would make me feel the way I feel right now. I don't remember much, but I'll write everything I remember. Okay, this is where it all started. It was early afternoon. The sun was still out. I was inside my house, watching TV in my family room. I had 2 girls over. Girls that I'll call Girl 1 and Girl 2. I don't remember the name of Girl 1. All I remember was that she was short, white, and she had curly light brown hair. Almost blonde, but still definitely some shade of brown. I didn't script any of this, by the way. This just happened. She was also my best friend in this reality. Even though in my current reality, I don't know her at all. In my dream reality, or desired reality, we've been friends for a long time and we've grown really close. Girl 2 was Girl 1's best friend. I know very little about this girl either. All I know is that she had black hair, she was my height, and she was either white or Hispanic. I also remember this girl didn't like me much at first, which sucked because I remember being madly in love with her, but I just played it cool and acted aloof and chill, as I do with most girls who don't necessarily seem to like me. The 2 girls and I were all in one friend group, even though, like I said, Girl 2 didn't like me, but she tolerated me because Girl 1 and I had a really good friendship. But back to me watching TV in the family room. Girl 1 was grabbing something from the kitchen. She couldn't see neither me or Girl 2, who just walked in from the kitchen. Girl 2 looks at me as she's walking towards the couch that I'm laying on. I throw up a peace sign to say, sup. I'm laying on the couch. She lays down next to me, alright? Casually at first, but then she picks up my arm and moves it to make room for her arms that are now wrapped around me from behind. We're now cuddling together, bro. I don't remember what we were watching on TV. I just remember that being held by her was the best feeling ever. The best feeling that I've ever felt. It felt like I had everything I ever wanted right in that moment. I smiled harder than I ever smiled. I was the happiest man alive. Oh, it cuts off? No! No, it cuts off. This sucks. Once again, future Brandon is here to fix past Brandon's mistakes. So what happened there was I was reading all my notes off the Bear app on the Apple Watch. It's an app that syncs to your phone and your Apple Watch, and it allows you to read notes off of there because the regular Apple Notes app doesn't let you read the notes off of your Apple Watch. So that's what the Bear app does. Unfortunately, the Bear app doesn't seem to let you do all the notes as it cuts off after a certain amount of characters. And then it says, if you want to read the rest of this note, continue to read it on the iPhone version of the app. So thanks, Bear. Or maybe I just need a new Apple Watch. It's the Series 3. What are they on, like Series 17 at this point? Either way, I didn't get to share the full dream journal with everybody on the live stream, so I'm just going to give the rest of it to you, the people watching the YouTube video. Okay, so from where I left off, we're now laying on the couch, cuddling together. It's the best feeling in the world, man. It was so magical. I've never felt anything like I felt in that moment. Or maybe I do, and I'm just exaggerating everything. I don't know. It just felt so nice. So after that happens, the next thing I know, time abruptly cuts to either the next night or maybe just later that night. I'm not sure. It's just me and Girl 2. We were watching a parade from the balcony of what I'm guessing was an apartment building. I can't say for sure if it was her apartment building or not, but for some reason, I don't think it was. The streets looked like the streets of Italy, oddly enough. I know we weren't in Italy, or maybe this was just like, in this reality, that's just what the town that we were in looked like, or that's what the city looked like. Again, it's a completely different reality. So in that reality, it just looked like the streets of Italy. Everybody was on their balconies too, watching the parade down below. Confetti was continuously raining down. The night air was filled by the sound of drums and brass instruments being played by the marching band, as well as the people cheering from their balconies. It wasn't so cheery for Girl 2 and I though, because she was telling me that she was heading off to college, and that we wouldn't be able to see each other. She told me she only cuddled with me because she felt bad that I wouldn't be able to after she was gone. I don't remember how I reacted or how she reacted to my reaction. I feel like I was upset, but it doesn't matter because again, time abruptly cuts again to another point later in the night. We're still on the balcony, the parade is still happening, but we weren't talking about her leaving anymore. Instead, we were talking about our future together. She was rambling on about stuff I can't remember, except when she brought up something about my mom. I'm hoping it was a good thing about my mom and nothing bad. While she was talking super fast and excited, I couldn't help but just stare at her and think, I'm in love with this girl. And that's when I woke up. It was the worst feeling in the world to wake up and realize none of that happened. Except it did happen in my desired reality. I need to go back. I need to see her again. And that's all I wrote. I had this amazing dream. I had this amazing shift. And then I woke up. And isn't that the worst feeling in the world? Don't you guys hate that? When you have a really great dream or you shift into a really awesome reality and you wake up and you just go back to sleep and you want to get to that reality but you can't do it? I do. Oh, I heard of that. I'm pretty sure it's called a love spell dream. Is that what it's called? A love spell dream? Bro, because it's working and I hate it, dude. Oh, Brandon's in love. Yo, I don't know, cause again, I don't use the word love lightly, right? I don't use love for a girl that I knew for 2 weeks. But you gotta remember, this reality's Brandon has probably known this girl all his life, and he's probably been in love with her all his life. I don't know. In that reality, I probably just was the biggest simp, and only loved one girl my entire life. One girl who has not necessarily shown me any affection until now. From what I heard, the person you fall in love with in a dream is doing some spiritual that connects their energy or whatever to yours, so they'll appear in your dreams. So are you telling me that this person that I'm madly in love with, that I've never met in real life, is doing this to me on purpose from their reality? Probably doing it accidentally or something. Maybe, I don't know, dude. It hurts. I'm not sure how someone can accidentally do a love spell on you. That seems like something that you would have to premeditate and plan out intentionally. I feel like that'd be very difficult to do on accident. With that said, I don't think anybody's doing it on purpose either. However, I don't want to rule out any possibility. So if there is a slight chance that they are, there's two things I can take into consideration. One is that every face that you see in a dream ever is a face that you've seen in real life at some point, whether it's in a movie, a TV show, or in person. Your brain cannot make up a face. It's a face that you've seen before. So if somebody's doing a love spell on me, first of all, what's wrong with them? Because I don't even like me. I don't know how anybody could love me. But two, I'm gonna rule out the whole I saw them in a movie or I saw them in a TV show. It had to have been someone that I met in person at some point in my life. Number three, if someone is doing a love spell on me as recent as just a week ago, that means they probably watch my videos. And I bet they're watching this one right now. And if that is the case, can you please just cut the love spell stuff and we can just actually get together in real life? I already think that you're awesome in the dream world. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like you here too. Brandon, try writing her a letter. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I remember that I need to write her a letter. Let's talk about what I've been doing to try to get back to that reality. One, I've been listening to subliminals. If you guys don't know, subliminals are little audios that you listen to while you fall asleep to have your brain think about that stuff, right? If you want to go to a beach, if you want to go to a beach, you listen to the sounds of the ocean, and you listen to sand, you listen to seagulls. That's a beach subliminal, right? I looked up 30-minute to hour-long videos of just marching band compilations, and I added them all into what is probably a 7-hour playlist, because what I remember from that dream that I could grab and put into a search engine is a marching band. Everything else from that dream, me watching TV on the couch, I don't remember what I was watching on TV. I don't have any identifiable sounds that I can grab and that I associate with that reality that I could put into YouTube. The only one I have is that marching band. So bro, I've literally been listening to this 7-hour subliminal playlist that I made of just marching bands, and I've been listening to that every night as I go to sleep in hopes that I will shift back to that reality. reality, because I'm not trying to just go to another reality where I like have a girlfriend that I really like. I want to go back to that specific reality with that girl, and I just want to know more about like why I feel the way I do about this person. So another thing that I do is I wrote a super vague script. I wrote like my script is 1 sentence long. And this is on purpose. All I wrote was, I have shifted back to the reality that I shifted to on the morning of November 16th, 2020. That is my script. It's 1 sentence. Now you guys are probably like, Brayden, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's not specific at all. You're not gonna be able to shift back to that reality, which is that stupid statement. I don't want to convolute things by throwing in random details that just weren't there, because if I change just one aspect, if I say this girl had brown hair when she had black hair, if I throw in any little details that'll mess up my script and take me to another reality besides that one, that defeats the entire purpose of trying to get to that reality. So the only thing that I have that is concrete and is absolute is the fact that that reality took place when I was sleeping on Monday, November 16th, 2020. So that is my script. I know that trying to shift to one specific reality in an infinite blanket of realities is nearly impossible. But that's how much this means to me, man. I have to try. I'm just gonna end everything with this. If there's anything that you take away from this entire talk that I just had, let it be this. With the concept of shifting realities growing in popularity, with shifting reality communities growing bigger and expanding farther than we could ever imagine, the terrible problem of having a dream, a really good dream, and then waking up for that dream only to never be able to go back to that dream ever again, that problem is a problem of the past. Dreams are no longer just dreams. They're realities that we can shift back to. If we just work hard enough for it, we can get back to that amazing dream. So don't give up on that, alright? Because I'm not giving up. I'm gonna get back to that reality. I'm gonna see that girl, and we're gonna live out our love story until there's no love story to live out anymore. And wherever you're trying to shift to, if you're trying to shift to Hogwarts, if you're trying to shift to My Hero Academia, any anime, if you're trying to shift to get a little anime waifu or anime hubby, that you can do that. I just need you guys to believe that it works and that you got this. I'm so bad at outros. Okay, bye guys. Have a good one.